when things go badly wrong, it turns out there's actually a lot that we can learn. And in this case, I want to think about what we can learn from bad apologies. In 2010, we saw one of the worst environmental disasters of our generation. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill gushed oil for 87 days. They didn't know how to cap this oil spill. In the initial explosion, 11 workers died. Just an incredible disaster. Now, you can imagine the leadership of BP was having a really bad couple of days. And here's what happened. The CEO, Tony Hayward, said, "We're sorry for the massive disruption that's caused their lives. There's no one who wants this over more than I do. I'd like my life back." So that's Tony Hayward. Now, on the one hand, we can kind of appreciate he's having a rough day. On the other hand, this apology falls far short because it's so self-focused. And the reaction was pretty swift. Even from employees at BP, here's someone working in PR who said the only time Tony Hayward opens his mouth was to change feet. Now, not grammatically perfect, but it really captures this essence of how bad this apology is. And there were calls from Capitol Hill for Hayward to resign, and in fact, he does end up losing his job. The lesson I want to draw from this experience is we need to take perspective. That is, when things are going bad for us, they could be going badly for others, and that perspective taking is hard but essential for delivering an effective apology. Now, let's switch industries, and we'll go to Lululemon. So Lululemon in 2013 had a problem with the density of their fabrics, and here's what Chip Wilson, the chairman and founder, said, that some women's bodies just actually don't work. Now, it's kind of funny. That is, we usually think that pants are supposed to fit the person, but he's suggesting, well, maybe the person is supposed to fit the pants. And he later apologizes to employees. "I'm sorry to put you through all of this." Now, this apology is to the employees, but not to the customers. So here, the lesson I want to draw is that, again, perspective taking is hard, and we want to think about the other side's perspective, and the audience matters. That is, who is getting that apology really matters. Okay, let's switch gears again. And here we're going to talk about Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods had some problems with his marriage, and he lashes out at the media in his apology. "I've been dismayed to realize the full extent of what tabloid scrutiny really means." He goes on, though, and at the end he does, "I offer my profound apology." This is 2009. Now, here's what's interesting about this apology and where it falls short. Right after he delivered this apology, when things seemed badly wrong for him, he then ends up sailing off on his yacht, and a lot of the media attention then gets focused on this $22 million yacht. It's 155 feet long, it has a private jacuzzi, an elevator, and so on, and ironically named The Privacy, and we end up with focus on the yacht and his escape there. And one of the shortcomings with this apology is that it ends up falling short precisely because we care about penance. That is, when somebody is truly remorseful, we expect them to suffer or pay for it. And here, this is the exact opposite of what Tiger Woods seemed to be doing. Okay. Now I'm going to jump to 1999. Coca-Cola, here in Europe, it started off with a young boy that reported feeling dizzy and a little bit nauseous. It turns out other people soon began to file similar reports after drinking Coca-Cola. And these reports of dizziness spread, and it seemed to be that there was some problem with carbon dioxide at a plant in Antwerp. Now, what do you do if you're Coca-Cola? Now, the CEO there, Douglas Ivester, said, well, we want to take a lower profile. We want to see if this thing would blow over. Now, meanwhile, as he's dithering, he's sort of waiting, it turns out the media picks this up. It becomes sensationalized. And by the time this is over, 50 million products are drawn off the shelves. they're thrown out in France, Germany, and Belgium. What I want to think about is that here, in terms of lessons, the speed matters. You can't just wait for things to blow over. You can't wait for the results of a final internal investigation. You need to be more proactive, and your image matters. There's something about a psychological contract. We're responsible not just for the letter of the contract, but for people's expectations too. And in this case, people are expecting more. They're expecting to understand that you care, you're concerned, that safety comes first, and it didn't seem that way to customers drinking Coca-Cola products. Fast forward, here's another failed apology. This is VW. VW turned out to be cheating emissions testing. When the head of VW was dragged up to Capitol Hill, while he was there, he offers an apology, but it was really a half-hearted, failed apology. First of all, who goes? It's the head of the U.S. division, not the head of the company. And I would have argued, we want the head of the company. We want to really figure out what's going on. We want a candid, clear apology. This apology falls short in a couple of ways. One is it's deflecting blame. This wasn't a corporate decision. The cars are safe to drive. We don't really know exactly what's going to happen. The recall and process could take years. The other thing that happens is, first of all, he's saying, look, I'm not really in charge. And so it comes across as a limited apology. It's not the head of VW that's going there. And the second part is there's no commitment to change. What we really want to do is understand what VW is going to do, and we want that clear, credible commitment to change. And in this case, it would almost certainly involve bringing in an outside party for oversight. So here's some of the lessons we can draw from failed apologies.